Going on, everyone? I'm just going to do a quick trade recap of the SPX play I did today. Here is the Discord, right? So I alerted 8 SPX 4090 puts expiring today at $650 a contract at 10:01 a.m. Here's my chart, right? So looking at the chart, right, previous support at that 4112.09 level, and then a previous support at 4119.97, right? So this level right here, didn't think we were going to break it today, right? We tested it, which is where I took the puts. I'll show you in the chart after this. And then this level here, 4119, I really didn't think we were going to break that today. I was confident we would reject that, right? Because old support always turns into new resistance, and I like the risk to reward, right? So 10:01 a.m., I entered the puts, right? So I used the replay feature here on TradingView. Let's zoom in a little bit. And this is where I took the puts, right? As soon as we started to reject that 4112 level, right? Previous support acting as a new resistance, I took the puts, and my stop loss was going to be at 4120, right over this level, which is this previous support, right? So if this got hit and broke to the upside, I would sell my puts, right? So I was using that old support as a potential new resistance, right? So I bought puts here, and I had a stop loss in mind. I could draw it out for you. All right, so this would be the stop loss right above, actually. All right in that region. I'll highlight it red. All right, this was my entry zone, green, and my price target was this high first. All right, because if I go on the 1 minute here, right, this was the first high of the day. So that's just the target I was looking for. All right, so now if I hit play, we could see what happens, right? Entered puts, right? It comes down, right? Kind of creates a lower high here. Let's see what happens. Things are looking pretty good. And then here, right, it kind of created a little flag, right? So at that point, you know, things started to look pretty bad. But I never exited my position, right? Because I have a stop loss in mind, right? Contracts were down about 20 to 30%. But, you know, just following the chart. So let's hit play. See what happens. Still not exiting because it didn't hit my stop loss. All right, approaches at 4119 level. Rejects again. It's just hovering below, doing its thing. Comes back down, retests. At this point, right, I want it to break this level here. Right, it was kind of creating, you know, a triple bottom potentially. All right, so I needed it to break that level. It kind of looked like it was forming a head and shoulders. All right, so using this feature here, I'll draw it out quickly. Right, so there's the left shoulder, here's the head, and a potential right shoulder to form right here, which would be perfect, right? If we can go back to the upside here, create a lower high and a head and shoulders pattern, that would be perfect, right? I'd take that any day of the week. All right, let's hit play, see what happens, and it does exactly that, right? Let's pause again, right? It creates the neckline, right? 1 bounce, 2 bounce, 3 bounce, and then falls through on the 4th. Perfect head and shoulders also, right? Left, head, and the right. To play, see what happens, right? It falls through. This is exactly what we needed. At this point, contracts went up about 40 to 50%, if I remember correctly. I didn't take the exit because I was being a bit greedy and looking for a home run. But I did alert it to the group to, you know, this is probably a good spot to take profits. But this was a challenge account play, so kind of wanted to go big or go home. Let's hit play. All right, this region, great area to take profit, right? Because we rejected here earlier, right? So this was a pretty sharp rejection. It is on the 1 minute, so it's not that significant. But if you're, you know, scalping and day trading, it's pretty important. But this was the zone I was really looking for to go into the money. All right, let's hit play. See what happens here. All right, at this point, this is where I should have taken profit. All right, I continued to hold, right? It's starting to chop sideways. A potential reversal can happen here, right? It's starting to chop. That's what happens. If the low right here isn't broken, then it's probably gonna, you know, reverse and move back to the upside. And that's exactly what happened, right? Move right back to the upside. At this point, I was hoping for a rejection right here, right? Old support to act as new resistance. It did, but it just continued chopping all day long. And then it created new lows and hit the price target, right? And that's where we exited. So This is exactly how I took the trade today. I never exited my position because it didn't hit my stop loss, right? This is the importance of having a plan, right? The contracts today went down 50%. I had about $5,000 in it on the challenge play, which was about 40% of the account. Obviously, that's way higher than you should ever do. It's just a challenge account, which is why we're using that much. But I followed the chart. Patience definitely paid. Ended out on top, and right now we're at $15,000 from $2,000 in the challenge account. Hope this was a good, quick little review for you guys. I'll be doing these for every single play going forward, and just so you can see my mindset and what I saw and why I took the trade, and why I didn't exit, and all the little details in between. If you have any questions, drop a comment down below. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you guys tomorrow.